welcome to the symposium. This year's topic is social presence in distance education. As a Walden University student, I am very honored to be here before you introducing our guest speaker. Our guest speaker is Dr. Deborah Smith. She is a renowned researcher in the field of distance learning. However, before Dr. Smith comes out, I would like to create the foundation for understanding social presence. What is social presence? Social presence relates to establishing a supportive environment such that students feel the necessary degree of comfort and safety to express their ideas in a collaborative context and to present themselves as real and functional human beings. Establishing and maintaining social presence. Every member of an online community is responsible for establishing and maintaining social presence. However, an online instructor has some additional responsibility: teaching presence. Teaching presence is defined as the design, facilitation, and direction of cognitive and social process for the purpose of realizing personally meaningful and educationally worthwhile learning outcomes. In addition to instructor and participant, course design has a role in establishing and maintaining social presence. There are several strategies to establish and maintain social presence. Under the category of course design, there is developing welcoming messages, including student profiles, incorporating audio, limiting class size, structuring collaborative learning experiences. Under the category of instructor, contribute to discussion boards, promptly answer emails, provide frequent feedback, strike up a conversation, share personal stories and experiences, use humor, address students by name, allow students options for addressing the instructor. Under the category of participants, contribute to discussion boards, promptly answer emails, strike up a conversation, share personal stories and experiences, and use humor. A number of the strategies identified for instructors and participants are the same. Therefore, instructors can model for students effective ways to establish and maintain social presence in online learning environments, which can ultimately increase student satisfaction, learner-to-learner interaction, and possibly even student learning. The effects of social presence. Researchers of social presence have come to similar conclusions about the nature of social presence in online learning environments. Social presence has been found to influence online interaction. Social presence is directly related to learner-to-learner interaction. That is, students need to interact with their peers to be perceived as being there and being real. Researchers have also found out that the quantity or frequency of participation online did not result in high social presence. Rather, it is the quality of interactions online that make the difference. Researchers have also investigated the relationship between social presence and student learning. They have concluded that there is a strong relationship between student perceptions of their interactions and their perceptions of the quality and quantity of their learning. How can social presence be measured? There is little agreement on how to measure social presence. Very few researchers have developed social presence into observable and measurable parts. Surveys and coding schemes have influenced the majority of research on social presence. One method for measuring social presence is the semantic differential method. With this measure, participants rate the media being used for communication using a 7-point bipolar scale. A bipolar scale presents a word pair, generally opposites, at either end of the scale. The rater then is able to select the point upon the scale that best fits their impression of the media. Another way to measure social presence is to have participants rate a level of agreement with statements about the communication experience. This method is the Likert scale. This method of measuring social presence requires the participants to rate more than their impression of the medium used to communicate, including their impression of the realness of other people, the participants' impressions about others' reactions, and the degree to which they felt that they were present in the communication setting. Along with these two measures is the networked mind measure of social presence. This method has 3 dimensions: co-presence, psychological involvement, and behavioral engagement. Co-presence is the degree to which the observer believes he or she is not alone and secluded. Psychological involvement is the degree to which the observer allocates focal attention to the other, empathetically senses or responds to the emotional states of the other. and believes that he or she has the insight into the intentions, motivation, and thoughts of the other. Behavioral engagement is the degree to which the observer believes his or her actions are interdependent, connected to, or responsive to the other, and the perceived responsiveness of the other to the observer's actions. Social presence is complex. Initially, it was developed to explain the effect a communication medium can have on how people communicate. Over time, though, research on social presence has shown that personal perception of social presence and adaptations people make with how they communicate matter more than the objective qualities of communication media. Further research has shown that learners' perceptions of social presence are related to their satisfaction with the course, the instructor, and at times their learning. Now that you have a foundation for social presence, what is your stance on social presence in distance education? Thank you for your time and patience, and without further delay, please welcome Dr. Deborah Smith.